You got no music there, Rob.
Son of a.
Do it. Well, we're improving the music.
Rob going bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. Okay,
You motherfuckers.
Oh,
I may
that's
have to. I may just have to just step in. Let me see if where's my settings. Hold on.
Here it is. I got it.
Hold on. Boom, 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 boom.
You got it. There you go.
Any better?
Yeah, you got her now.
All right. Hey, everybody. How's it going out there? Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Midnight Edge After Dark.
That is because Windows updates constantly.
I had to change my setting from the voice meter, from the Yeti to the voice meter output. And they update shit you don't want them to update, too. I'm your host. I am your narrator, Supreme Mr. Rob Robot Shlomo. Coming to you from Shabby Road Studios. With me, as always, Mr. Tom Connors.
Hello.
And joining us once again is the Demon Harpy herself, your YouTube Harpy.
I need to be on camera. I'm not prepared to be on camera. Yeah, I'm alright.
Don't worry about it.
I went on with like wet hair this morning, so
It's all right. It's one of those Fridays that feels like it's Saturday because of Comic-Con anyway.
Miss McRandom.
hello.
Yes, it does feel like a Saturday. How's it going out there in YouTube land?
Hello, everybody in the chat. We got Chris Kurt. We got Mr. Kurt LB, Black Phoenix, back again. Captain Robert April hanging out as always. How you doing, sir? Darathon, Robert Pearson?
Sadie.
Yep,
And
Pearson.
Sadie.
We got Joker79 hanging out. So thanks, everybody, for joining us for this special of what'll probably be a couple over the weekend that we'll have to throw in just to keep up with all this Comic-Con news. I just got a couple things sent to me.
Can't have any Gatorade. I'm afraid I left all my electrolytes with your daughter.
That's right.
But guys, we have Picard stopping by.
We'll talk about you later, Picard.
What happened to Tom?
What about me? What did I do now?
We'll talk about you later.
I made a poo.
Oh no! Do we have to get the nurse?
Nurse.
Not it.
And
Michelle,
now,
you got her hands up. I'm just kidding.
and now
Say hi.
Old Man Picard on Comic-Con.
You got all these people together, and they've got the costumes on, and they run around, and they're sweaty. There's a lot of sweaty people, and it smells. But they've got good food elsewhere, not at the Comic-Con.
Thank you, Old Man Picard.
I like taco.
Okay, everyone. Yes, you do like taco. Do you like fish tacos, Old Man Picard?
No. Fish and tacos don't belong together.
Oh, okay. All right.
What kind of fucking planet do you live on where you put fish in a taco? Jeez.
I always thought that was a euphemism
All right,
for a pussy.
Me too. I'm like, why is he asking me about some lesbian stuff? I'm not a lesbian. I will watch, but I'm not a lesbian.
Well, aren't we all lesbians?
I'm a thespian, Rob. I keep telling you this.
Thank you, Old Man Picard. All right, let's dive into some. Like some people like how some would dive into a fish taco. Let's dive into some news.
I think I'd rather dive into a fish taco.
What have we got
Some of these Comic-Con trailers.
Well, we've had trailers. We've got some news. Where do we start? Everybody's talking about John Connor. John Connor.
Well, to be specific, Edward Furlong as John Connor.
Yes.
Edward Furlong is out of his recent stint at rehab.
That's so sad. That's so sad.
Hey, Ed, what are you doing these days? Nothing. Why? You got an acting job for me? Yeah, we'd like to come. I'm down.
Oh man. Okay, yeah. So Cameron came out yesterday. First, they announced, I believe it came first, that Terminator Dark Fate will be R-rated.
Mhm.
And then Cameron dropped somewhere in the middle there that Edward Furlong is supposed to be back. Now, before we get our panties in a twist and like,
Before I fangirl, I'm like, oh my God, John Connor's back, and it's the John Connor I grew up with.
because I guess he's been making the convention rounds lately. I sent you an interview with a gentleman yesterday that talked to him recently, Mecca, and he looked a little rough, but he was asked if he was up to much. He says, I got things in the pipeline, which is actor code for no, I'm not doing anything.
So please call us, get on the show. I would love to have you on my show.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know if this was something that what I was getting to is I think he was obviously not supposed to say anything yet, and or he's not really in the movie per se. Now, Mecca knows what I'm talking about. A couple months back, some of you guys out there might remember that the I think we even reported on it that John Connor was supposed to make a cameo in the movie as a young John Connor as CGI Edward Furlong, and they had a stand-in double for him for the filming. This is not news, or is it? What do you think, Mecca? Do you think Cameron's just rehashing the old news that we already know, or is he telling us something different?
I think here's the thing. I think they're going to bring him in just for a cameo, just to kill him. And I think that maybe we weren't supposed to know yet, because I think that's one of the things that they were saving for a little later, just to kind of be a spoiler or a surprise. But I don't know. That's kind of my thought, is that he's just in there just to be killed off, or as a voiceover, or as a CG something, or whatever. Because like you said, he's not in he's not in A-list actor shape. Let's put it that way. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean to him.
No, well, let's just say the drugs haven't been kind to him. How's that? Is that probably a better way of saying it?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
But you gotta keep in mind he's a guy who grew up in front of a camera. So this is kind of typical Hollywood child actor sort of stuff, where they don't exactly have a lot of them don't have the best best way of coping with stuff. So.
I know a better way to put it.
Quit stealing my punchlines, you fat drunk.
Okay, there you go. Damn, that's not the sound I wanted.
So, Rob, what do you think about this? Do you think Cameron's blowing some smoke? Do you think we're going to see young and old John Connor? What do you think?
I have no idea. I really don't care about the Terminator anymore. You keep trotting this series out as if I'm supposed to care. I liked one movie. There was one very, very, very good movie. That was it. Well, two actually. There was one awesome movie and one really good movie. And that was it.
Yeah, one and two.
Yeah, if Edward Furlong were showed up at my door, I'd call the cops these days. I mean, jeez. What are you doing here? Oh, for God's sake. Stop. I don't care. I'm sorry. If people are psyched about Edward Furlong and the Terminator, I'm not. This series has outlived its usefulness. I don't know.
Rob, it's the biggest franchise of all time. Don't let that Marvel stuff fool you. How many movies do they have, Rob?
It's like the clickbait, though. It's like the clickbait of movie thing. It's like, oh, you don't want a new Terminator movie. Oh yeah, well here's Linda Hamilton. Here's Linda Hamilton. Still no. You're still calling it SJW. Okay, well here's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Still calling it SJW. Well here we got Edward Furlong back. See, we're making something for you, the fans, even though you're a bunch of misogynists, sexists, according to Tim Miller.
Well, see, that's where Mecca hit the nail on the head here. I believe that's what this quote-unquote announcement was all about. Whether or not it's just rehashing old news or at face value what it is, it's Cameron saying, no, guys, we still got John Connor, and it's really going to be Edward Furlong. So it's another reason to get everybody back on board. It's to combat all this bad press.
Where's my back scratcher?
Yeah, well, maybe don't make a movie where you're calling us a bunch of sexist, man, baby, racist, misogynist, whatever the fuck you're calling us. I did a video on this where Tim Miller did say he's like, yes, I want to give those toxic trolls something to talk about, or whatever the exact wording was. And it's frustrating that you guys have to market these movies this way because you have nothing else. Like, we're going to get into that once we get into more of these trailers. There's nothing new. This is all readaptation, remake, rehash, sequel, like garbage. There's not a single new movie, right? There's not a single new thing in Comic-Con that we're talking about today.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, they actually
yeah.
Yeah, everything is just rehashed. They played the new trailer for the Terminator at Comic-Con, and we have it here. Yes, it's a Nagasaki-sized bomb. That's oh god.
You had to go a long way for that one, Rob.
There you go.
Okay.
A long way for that
in
one.
other news, as Captain Robert April just told you guys in the chat, I just got a message from Robert Meyer Burnett before we went live here that Paramount is now considering a 4K edition of Star Trek: The Motion Picture Director's Edition, not just the regular one, the Director's Edition. So, looking forward to that. That's a little bit of news, and I guess according to many of you in the chat, so I'm assuming it's been I couldn't find it here on Google, but I guess in a crossover special, Brandon Routh will be playing the Man of Steel once again. So that's kind of interesting too. So what other news did we have, Rob?
Do we want to go into the actually, you know what? Should we talk about the whole thing about Batwoman? Should we talk about that just really quickly?
Before we do that, I'm just going to say this because it's just a real quick update. Like Mecca said, there's really not much to say after this. As we spoke about, last week, I think it was, they were talking about filming Halloween 2 and 3 back-to-back with Jamie Lee Curtis. This appears to be the case. Only one will come out in 2020. One will come out in 2021. They will be called Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. So there you go. Now let's talk Batgirl.
Well, Batgirl, Batgirl. Let me just say about Star Trek, about the Star Trek motion picture thing. You think Paramount is finally starting to realize that we don't want the JJ Trek anymore?
Well, and this is one area where I don't know if Andre really wants me to say this, but we don't always agree on every single thing we report on. See, I personally wonder if the movies aren't considered under the Prime timeline because Paramount owns them. But yeah, this is Paramount. Like, this is something Robert Meyer Burnett's been saying for a while. You have a Star Trek movie you could release tomorrow in theaters, and it would be like brand new to so many people because they've never seen it, especially the director's edition if you remaster it correctly. Because as most people know, that the DVD, is old and looks like shit, and they didn't do the special special effects in HD. So yeah, they'd have to remaster them. But anyway, go ahead, Rob.
Well, like I said, to me, it just seemed it finally, like, we're getting some of the classic Trek. I don't want to say spoon fed, but they're finally taking some initiative. They're getting off their ass, and they're giving us a 4K release. Has this been confirmed? This has been confirmed.
As far as it's just they're considering it. They're considering.
Considering.
Yeah. So this is Paramount.
Lord knows that STD isn't making money, or them, or money.
No. I mean, they keep bringing in, like, they'll bring back Wrath of Khan every few years in the theaters. When I lived in Wisconsin, I think it was playing for a $5 sort of retro movie, something. They bring them back every now and then for some of the older Star Trek movies. But yeah, if they did like a Fathom event and a remaster, and release a Blu-ray to coincide, because most of these movies that I go back and rewatch in the theater are just to kind of advertise the Blu-ray. They did that with with the Fifth Element. They did that with 16 Candles, Breakfast Club, all the 80s movies.
Yeah.
And they're always to promote Blu-ray.
Wrath of Khan's the only one that's been remastered in 4K, but I don't believe it has a 4K release, only on digital.
Yeah, they do these special releases at the Cinemark Theater near me. And they did Butch Cassidy last year. I have no doubt there's a 50th anniversary edition of Butch Cassidy in the works. So, I mean, you know, and they had To Kill a Mockingbird. Yeah. So
and they bring out whoever the guy is from TMC or is it Turner Classic Movies or AMC? One of those guys, and they bring them out to like give you a little bit of history, and sometimes they show a whole bunch of interviews, like a behind the scenes featurette, depending.
Whatever
Yeah, and I don't know why they can't just do that. There's enough fans out there who will go see these.
Star Trek: The Motion Picture is my least favorite Star Trek movie, but I'll buy this. I will buy this.
It's not
Tom. Now, Tom, I haven't bought the 4K release. Do they include a standard Blu-ray, or is it just a 4K?
Generally, yeah.
Okay.
9 times out of 10, actually probably more like 9.9 times out of 10. Anytime I've seen one, they have it. Plus, they also have a digital in there. If not, so either way, you're covered. If you don't have, I've been future-proofing myself for a while. It's not like I can afford a 4K TV or player yet, but for an extra $5, I might as well future-proof myself. It comes with a Blu-ray, so a regular one. So.
Do the 4K players downscale for standard TVs or do they?
As far as I know, yes, they will down because actually the Xbox One plays 4K Blu-rays, I believe,
okay,
or at least the newer edition does anyway. And then yeah, so and I guess it makes your Blu-rays look a little bit better. On the 4K looks a little bit better than regular Blu-ray down converted, like you're talking. But on the other end, when you do upgrade to 4K, I guess the up conversion from a regular Blu-ray to the 4K on most TVs is pretty good.
Okay, so, all right, that sounds good. Sounds good. There's a 4K release of The Natural out now, and
yeah, the thing with 4K is if it's an older movie, it's probably a good release because before digital. Everything was 35 or 70 millimeter and it looks good upgraded to 4K. But like a lot of the 90s movies have been really soft looking, I guess, with a lot of CGI and stuff.
I'm wondering, did Joe Johnston do any work on The Natural? Because that is a period piece. That would have something like something that would have his hands all over it. Let me see.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, let's go on to the next topic.
Well, did you watch all the trailers, Rob? I know Mecca and I did.
I didn't get a chance. I watched the Cats trailer.
I was going to say, let's start with the Cats one. Dear fucking God in hell.
Oh my God. This fucking thing.
That is like a fever dream come to life, I mean, it
is.
Oh my God.
So the good news is that it's 88,000 downvotes to 48,000 up. So maybe they're going to start learning that this is kind of creepy and nobody was going to watch this.
You've been in a coma for 2 weeks. Oh my God. I was having this dream about all these anthropomorphic cats and they were singing and it's just church and it was a nightmare. Oh my God. I thought I got to hell.
Speaking of nightmares, this nightmare that I'm showing right now, because this is the first thing I fucking thought about when I saw that trailer.
What? Oh my God, yeah. Oh dear God.
And that movie, awesome. Every single print in history should be destroyed. Have you ever seen this piece of package?
Yeah, I've seen some of it. No, Mike, Austin, no. Cat in the Hat's a good idea. Don't make Austin Powers 4.
Right. The Love Guru, that's a great idea. Don't make Austin Powers 4 or Wayne's World 3.
Well, to be fair, Austin Powers 3 was kind of going downhill. I think 1 and 2 were good.
Yeah. The only things I liked in Austin Powers 2 was Kane.
Oh, brother. But anyway, so yeah.
I really thought it was stupid that they made Dr. Evil and Austin Brothers. I really hated that. That was dumb.
Yeah, and apparently, Sam Mendes, director of Spectre, liked it so much that he decided to make Blofeld James Bond's adopted brother.
Oh my good God! Really?
Yeah,
they went.
He was his adopted.
Did anybody not say the damn thing in Austin Powers?
Does James Bond really ripping off Austin Powers now?
Just saying.
We actually.
No wonder they got a fucking Walmart employee as the new 007. Seriously, she has the same dead eyes as a Walmart employee. She reminds me of somebody who says, "Did you find everything?" But they don't actually mean it. You know? Sorry, I go to a movie to see somebody, who's glamorous, wants to be there, who not to see like the lifeless eyes of a Walmart employee, but yeah. Or this garbage. This garbage.
Someone who's dead.
Who the fuck thought this was a good idea? No, seriously though. Like
this is the same crap as Dumbo Circus.
If this was 1999, I'd be like, okay, yeah, this is kind of cool looking, different, weird. But now it's like they are way past this. What the fuck is this garbage? This comes out right on the heels of the Lion.
Yeah, cats are going to be big. This is a good idea. Let's put a lot of money into this. The Lion King's coming out. Yeah, people love kitties.
Let's
guy on Animal Planet.
This is what 20 years too late, Rob. Probably to begin with. Cats was a thing like more long ago.
Cats was a big thing in the 80s.
Yeah, like all these Broadway musicals from the 80s and stuff, and 70s and 80s Broadway musicals really should not have been made into movies past 1995.
Letterman was making fun of it in the when he first moved to CBS. Midnight and the kitties are sleeping downstairs by the furnace while the birdies are cheeping.
There's only two ways this is going to work. Either A, where you're dressed like this in a Broadway show, or B, like an animated movie, because this is just fucking weird. Like weird. And it's pretty unanimous. Like Mecca said, it's got 80,000 downvotes. Twitter has been a buzz about this thing.
You know who this is for? Because we always say, who is this movie for? Who is this movie for? Who is this movie for? The furries. This is for my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law who loves Andrew Lloyd Webber. She loves Moulin Rouge. She loves these types of musicals. And she saw Bohemian Rhapsody. All of a sudden now she's a big Queen fan after never giving him a second look for the last 45, 50 years or whatever it is. But this is for my sister-in-law, the suburban housewife who feels that oh my god, this is so moving. This is so moving. Oh, the kitties, oh my god, it was so touching,
So why release it at Comic-Con? Why release this trailer at Comic-Con for a bunch of comic book nerds? Why not show the trailer for this on like Good Morning America or something, or like what do these type of people watch? I don't know. I assume Good Morning America, Fox News. Today. I don't know. Yeah, so
nobody's gonna go see it.
No, they're gonna rent it on Xbox. No, they're gonna
soul.
No, they're gonna. The people who watch these type of movies are, like you said, they're the 56-year-old women who watch it on TV. Or on Redbox, like their son will be like, "Hey, I rented you this movie on Redbox."
Probably won't even watch this. I don't even know if my mom would sit through this, and she
sits
my mom
through
a lot of weird shit.
No, my mom watches all those dumb Hallmark Christmas movies all over and over and over again, and the house flipping shows. She wouldn't watch this shit.
At best, this will be a big DVD, like you're just saying. It's like somebody said, the wine ante. It's that 35 or actually older than that, probably more like 45 to 65-year-old demographic, all female mostly. I don't even think the gay community is going to be into this. This is even too tacky for them. I mean,
no.
And
that's the other thing. This is Taylor Swift's debut, isn't it? This is what Taylor Swift picked for her film debut.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. At least we're getting singers.
She's in this?
Yeah, this is Taylor Swift right here that we're looking at. This is Taylor Swift.
It just happens in it's a real movie.
Okay. I'll take bad career decisions for 200, Alex.
Yeah, Idris just can't seem. I mean, what the fuck? His agents hate him. His agents are like fucking with him at this point. You know what I mean?
Tom, Idris Elba's in this too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I just told you.
Idris Elba.
His agents are like fucking with him at this point. This can't be real. Like at this point, other than Hobbs and Shaw, which which he probably did himself, or somebody asked him to be in that. I swear his agent gotta be fucking him by like this is like they're like sitting in the office like we get this Idris. Do you want to be in Cats? just quiet. He said yes.
He doesn't want to be James Bond, people. He wants to be a cat singing and dancing.
Oh my fucking god! Yes, Idris Elba actually has the starring role according to IMDb.
Yeah, we've got Judi Dench in this. We've got
Rebel
James
Wilson,
Corden.
Mindy Kaling, James Corden,
Yeah,
Taylor Swift, Ray Winstone, Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah, Jennifer Hudson.
I'll take more bad career decisions for 600, Alex. And we've got the Daily Double.
Name in here is Rum Tum Tugger, Jason Derulo. God, poor.
See, Jason Derulo's at least he's like a rapper, singer, or something. Taylor Swift.
They didn't even give anybody from the original cast of Broadway performers.
Rebel Wilson's in this. Rebel Wilson in a skin tight suit that they CG'd on top of. That's what we have. That's what we have. I really wanted to see every shape and every curve of Rebel Wilson. I really did.
Don't you want to see people like yourself represented on screen?
I have a webcam and a YouTube channel. That's my answer to that. I don't watch myself.
Yeah, Black Phoenix 77. Oh my God, so many bad career decisions. Yeah, this is going to be, like you said, in a couple years, this is going to be this actor who was once touted as the new James Bond starred in Cats, a not so good career decision. Who is Idris Elba? You're right.
No, because the new James Bond, or at least the new 007, is your average Walmart employee. Or lunch lady or intermediate. The Dead Eyes is somebody who doesn't know if they're going to make rent at the end of the day. Not a movie star, but
No.
I think I need to make a video on that.
All right. So the next trailer we got, which was what? The It trailer.
Oh my God, I can't believe this.
Rob has
talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna keep laughing about this.
Yeah. Mecca, what'd you think of the It trailer?
I already saw it, and I don't really like it that much anyway. No, it was all right. It just reminded me of something to sell the Funkos. I'm like, oh, here's the Funko of the tongue face, right? And of course you go and Google it, and there they are. Like, yeah, it just reminded me of something like, how many more variations of Pennywise can we sell you? And how many more Funkos of the same characters can we sell you? I don't know. I already saw it, and I didn't like the adult one that much, or the adult parts of the movie that much.
Well, I'm starting to wonder because I didn't really see. Now, the first movie, there was a lot of moments in that first trailer that you recognized.
Yeah.
Maybe it's me in the second trailer. There wasn't really any moments that I recognized. Like things that, other than the first teaser trailer, that scene I remember, and of course in the book and in the original miniseries where she's talking to the old lady who, of course, is Pennywise. But now in this trailer, there wasn't really anything, so I don't want to prejudge it too much. So I'm like, maybe they're trying something a little different. Because when I interviewed Tommy Lee Wallace about the original miniseries, that was one thing he always, he felt the second half he's like, it just wasn't near, obviously it wasn't as good as the first, and he knew it, and he felt bad that they didn't have more time to spend on it. But yeah, so I'm wondering if maybe this one will be better, but I don't know. This trailer looks weird. And I'm not a big fan of this Pennywise to begin with, but I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a shot. I know Rob has nothing to say about this, so yeah.
Yeah, and I used to like horror quite a bit, and I think my interest in horror really died when they started using a lot of CG. And it started being a little too realistic and a little too brutal and a little too gruesome and a little too, I don't know, less cartoony, less comical. And that's kind of what this new one reminds me of. And it's still got that brown filter, like they just wiped their ass with the negative if they had shot it on film.
No, I agree. It's one I don't like is with the digital age is the filtering and stuff like that. And some of that comes from what we were just talking about, I think, on the last show, where the green screens too is a big part of that. It takes out some of the lifelike color with as much green screen crap as they do anymore. I don't know. I want to have high hopes for it. I thought the first one was okay, but I still feel like they did a better job with the miniseries capturing the book better than they did still in that first film. And even the one younger kid, Georgie, you could tell he's like a year older. in that one shot. That's the other problem I know they're going to run into in this movie. All the kids are going to seem very, very like a year older when they shouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other thing. It's like, yeah, the kids are going to be a year older. They should have shot all the kid footage at the same time, so they would have had it, and then just sprinkled in the adults later and then focused on that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of cynical, and it's kind of more of what I've already seen. I already saw it, and you're not really giving me anything new other than making it darker and harder to see.
Yeah. Well, the only other thing that looked like him, that I could kind of tell that we might be getting that we didn't in the other version is Pennywise's origins. It looked we might get, at least they teased that. So I don't know. We'll see. We got 2 months before that comes out. So I guess.
Wow, is it 2 months already? Holy shit.
Yeah, August or September it comes out. August, the end of August, I think it is.
Oh wow, because I remember didn't the last one come out in October or something to kind of ride the Halloween market?
I thought it was August or September. I thought it came out like September 15th, I want to say.
Well, maybe.
It was very end of summer. It was very, very end of the summer. It was a surprise hit. No, I don't even think Warner Brothers expected it to be.
No, I don't think anyone expected it to be as popular as it was.
Yeah, well, it was a lot of pent up, angst.
And it was good. It was good enough. I mean, it was good enough. And this one probably will just be more of the same. But I think a lot of it has to do with my whatever mood I'm in when I'm watching the trailer too. It's like if I'm like super excited and stoked for it, then it can completely look differently. But it's probably gonna just be more of the same as the last one, right?
Probably. Well, and that's what I liked. The first one, I didn't like how they did the story as much, but I loved the cast. And I think it's going to be the same thing here. The cast looks great. Story, I'm not so sure about. Horny Hippos, the only other thing that I can think of big coming out in September that would be up against it would be Rambo. So, and I think that comes out early in the month. So, and September 6th says Plays with Squirrels. So this comes out early in the month too. So yeah, there you go. Mills asks, what do you think they will announce in Phase 4 tomorrow? We talked a little bit about this week. We bet we'll hear about Eternals. They'll probably confirm that for sure. And then what was the other one? Because they were talking about casting what's his face? Adam.
Oh,
Adam Warlock. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'll announce something to do with that, and Thor 4 will get officially announced. That's about it. We'll cover that tomorrow. Rob's already kind of top of that.
Yeah. Actually, I'm watching the Jay and Silent Bob trailer, and it looks funny as shit. Oh my god!
Doesn't it? They have a meet and greet sort of package. I'll talk about it on this.
Yeah, Okay, Jay and Silent Bob. Where has this movie been? That's all I want to know. And as I said, listen, and the whole thing about Jay and Silent Bob is, when they go off on a riff, a lot of times they're not doing it out of to be ironic. They're doing it because they're fans of this shit like we are. When Silent Bob's got the Iron Man suit on.
Actually, it's Boba Fett. It's Boba Fett actually on the outside. And there's Iron Man on the inside.
Yeah.
I went back and I saw that.
They love all this stuff. I'm like, that looks funny. And Jason Mewes is a father, and it's supposed to be a father to the daughter. And my biggest fear is they're giving away all the best stuff. That's my biggest fear. They're giving away all the best stuff. So.
Well, that was my first complaint. It's like there's no surprises left. They gave away everything because we just heard the rumor that Affleck might make a cameo. He's in the trailer. They give away a couple other big cameos. So it's like, oh, is there going to be anything left for the movie? It's like, and I mean, we don't really get to talk Kevin Smith all that much because he hasn't been that active as far as making movies, but I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan, and I'm probably single-handedly responsible for getting at least a third of the Midwest into Kevin Smith movies. I spent one entire weekend. My parents were gone, and we were having a house party, us teenage kids. We spent all weekend watching on loop back-to-back Clerks and Friday. Because every time somebody new'd show up, you've never seen Clerks? Well, sit down.
That's the type of thing. That's the type of thing we used to do. Oh, you've never seen Clerks, and used to rewatch stuff. used to rewatch stuff all the time, and now you don't really get to. And that's kind of what I said about when I saw this. I'm like, this is exactly for us, for the 90s teenagers or people in their early 20s who went through all this stuff, who are kind of at that point in their life. And that's the kind of what Clerks 2 was for me. They're very much kind of a mirror to sort of our generation. And I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this movie. It looks fun as shit. And it's probably my favorite one that I've seen from Comic-Con. So.
Okay, all right. You complain about superhero movies, too many superhero movies. Yeah, you got something different. Okay, go see it.
Too bad it's a sequel, though. That's the problem. It's still nothing new, but
they're kind of poking fun at it being a sequel or reboot or whatever. So
that's true.
Okay, and I did see. I did watch the Top Gun trailer.
Take my breath away.
Been there, done that. Really, I mean, maybe Top Gun is a movie series. Well, it's not really a series. Maybe it just should stay in the 80s. It's very of its time. It looks
talk about
dated.
20 years too late. Yeah.
It looks very dated now. And you see that animated GIF on Facebook and on Twitter of Archer and Cyril as Maverick and Goose. I mean, they parody it on Family Guy. Talk to me, Goose. Don't call me Goose. You're my eyes, Goose. I mean, like I said, it's something. And of course, we all know the greatest Top Gun parody of all, Captain Marvel. So I mean, that's.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. The problem.
I don't care.
Besides that, I don't care is that this trailer comes off like we've had 12 Top Gun movies between. We haven't. It's not like Top Gun was this huge fucking franchise. They were one movie. One done.
One movie and a relatively mediocre video game.
But
yeah. So it acts like this franchise is this. It's not even a franchise. They act like it's so ubiquitous. It's everywhere. It really isn't. Captain Hare with a $5 super chat. The Top Gun trailer didn't do nearly enough homoerotic volleyball.
Yeah, well, it had a little
ton of
flashback to it, though. It had like the topless football thing in the new one, right?
Yeah.
Carrie's, you're right. The only good thing that came out of Top Gun was Hot Shots.
Yeah, Hot Shots.
And here's the thing. People think it's a big hit because it was one of the big first sell-throughs, home videos back in the day. But that doesn't translate to 35 years later. I don't know. Actually, more than that, right? Because 86. So we're actually at what? Or is it not quite 35 years? Okay. So just over 30 years, but still.
They're counting on this being what they call a dad movie. Like the Expendables.
Yeah, but how much did Paramount spend on this fucking monstrosity?
A lot. Those F-18s or F-22s or whatever. Those ain't cheap. I mean, all that footage ain't cheap.
Cruise ain't fucking cheap.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest problem.
How much do you expect this to even make? I don't think it's going to be very big overseas because America's not real popular, right?
Yeah, especially an American military sort of theme movie. No, I don't think people. God, it probably will only make like what 60 million, maybe.
Yeah, this should have been out in the 90s, really.
That's what I was saying. This is like way too late. It'd be different if we had 2 or 3 other Top Gun movies. That's what this trailer plays like, back to a franchise. And don't get me wrong, they may be able to do, what Cobra Kai and Creed and a few other franchises have been able to do and build on the classic franchise and do their own thing. But this is all revolved around Tom Cruise. Yeah. And this is just so out of date. Because, I mean, isn't a lot of this stuff even just like, I don't know. I mean,
it's acting like it's been around not been around a lot longer, but they're acting like there are way many more movies in this than there should be.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a big franchise. It's not like it was. It was one fucking movie back in '86.
Do they think stuff like Hot Shots and Iron Eagle and all that other kind of stuff? Do they think that's all an extension of Top Gun? Because that's what it seems like they're
They were
acting
the
like.
rip-offs, yeah, but had more of a franchise than Top Gun did in the end. According to Nathan Box, this has $140 million budget. Jesus Christ!
Well, that's a lot of bread, but that's about average.
Figure more than that, probably 250, probably when you figure in advertising. Jeez, they're not going to bring that back.
You know what this is going to be? This is going to be one big sizzle reel for the United States Navy. That's what this really is.
Yeah.
This is gonna, yeah. You know, I wouldn't doubt like McDonnell Douglas or Grumman or Boeing or General Dynamics or the Department of Defense is ponying up a lot of money, or Raytheon are ponying up a lot of money to feature their shit in here, and with the whole idea of that. I don't want to get into too heavily into politics, but the Department of Defense sees this stuff as advertising. That's what it's about. You're going to portray the United States military, or in this case, the United States Navy, in such a positive light. Then you know what? It's going to be a 130 minute recruitment film. I mean, and so they're willing to be, like I said, and so they can get all these different benefactors in line. Yeah, Liven's Flame. I hear Kelly McGillis is looking real jacked in the new Top Gun. She was looking really old.
She is looking real jacked, but I don't even know if she's in this one. Is she?
I don't know.
I didn't see her in the trailer. Unless I've seen her recently.
You ever seen the movie Monkey's Mask with Kelly McGillis?
No.
No, okay. But I mean, I know who she is, obviously, and I mean, I've seen her recently in an interview when they it must have been like 2-3 years ago when they did the 30th anniversary or whatever. But yeah, I mean, they did this in 3. They did the first one in 3D a couple years back. I don't know how much that made. Let me look.
Anyway, she's all kinds. She plays Monkey's Mask. She plays an author, and Susie Porter's a cop, and they have all kinds of lesbian sex together. I was like giggity. So okay, not
watch party.
No.
Well, the original one did do 356 million, so that's a lot. I mean, I get that. Mm-hmm. Then in 2013, they released it in 3D, and it made a whole bunch of just under $3 million.
Mm-hmm.
But it was only in 40 theaters and 33 theaters. So,
all right. Well,
I don't see that.
We
I don't know. Unless Paramount knows something we don't. Maybe it's a big Blu-ray hit, and I don't know it.
Like I said, I don't see this doing very well. I really don't. Maybe they think there's an audience out there that is again. Well, again, we're going back to analytics now. I mean, they're moneyballing this. Oh well, this movie, The Expendables, and this movie and that movie did so well. So Top Gun is probably going to do well. All our analytics say that this audience is going to go see the movie. Yeah, Ronin Blade, Navy propaganda. That's pretty much even at Neoj.
See, I wasn't a huge fan of Top Gun to begin with because it was like a lot of what I remember of Top Gun, and I saw it maybe 5 years ago, maybe 5 or 6 or 7 or something like that. I remember it being like a really high budget B movie where they just keep reusing the same shots over and over again, and they keep like every chance they get. I'm like, oh, here's Danger Zone again. Here's Highway to the Danger Zone again. And I'm like, okay, they paid for it. I guess they're going to use it. Danger Zone! And I wasn't that big of a fan of Tom Cruise to begin with because I find him to be kind of a little off-putting because of his personal life stuff. So.
Well, he's one of those actors where most of the movies I like that he's in, it's not because of him.
Yeah.
He's the last reason. Yeah. So, maybe this is a big Blu-ray hit. It could be.
Like I said, I think we know. I think we kind of have an idea of what's going on here, but we're gonna have to. I have no idea. I'll be honest. I have no idea how this is going to do. I don't think it'll do well, but who knows? Maybe I'll be wrong. Not the first time I've been wrong.
Yeah, it could be the next Cobra Kai for all we know, because it's having a pretty positive reaction. Because I think as far as movies go, this probably looks like the best quality film, like the least bad of the bunch. But we also keep in mind we got the Cats trailer. So
Yeah.
And I don't doubt that Cobra Kai has a big factor here. Oh, look at Cobra Kai. There's an 80s property that did well.
Creed was probably more of a factor, but yeah, because this is a movie they've been talking about making for like the last 20 years.
Yeah,
like seriously, this is not something new. This has been on the table for a long fucking time.
Yeah,
I remember them talking about Top Gun 2 back in the late 90s.
It feels like 20 years ago we've been talking about this.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, let's move on to the next thing. What was the next trailer? We got we had Cats, we had Jane Silent Bob, which we all liked. Then we had Top Gun. What was the next one we got? Anybody remember?
Let's see, it was It and
yeah, we talked about It. Yep.
Jane Silent Bob, Top Gun. Was that all of them? I think that might be all of them.
I think we might have.
Well, let's just quickly touch on, if that's all the trailers, then
yeah, I think it's all the trailers.
Let's quickly touch on Ruby Rose backed out of comic.
Oh yes, Batgirl, Batwoman,
Miss
we got on Star Trek news too, by the way.
Oh really? Hold on, let's cross Ruby Rose out. Let's go to Star Trek news. What's that? What happened?
Never mind. It's just saying that they'll be in there tomorrow. So go ahead and talk Ruby.
Okay,
Rose.
Well let's cross out Star Trek, okay, and put back Ruby Rose. Benioff and Weiss backed out yesterday. Ruby Rose backs out today. If people talk a good game, but you sure don't want to stick around when the going gets tough. I tell you that.
No, it's like they're afraid of criticism. It's like they made something, and then a lot of the movie studios lash out at the fans. And then, well, gee, maybe we're a little annoyed that you guys are trying to take our money and getting mad at us at the same time and attacking us.
I said, why won't you love me? I'm the Batwoman.
Well, maybe because you're anti-male. I don't know. Maybe your trailer comes across as a little anti, most of the fan base of comic book movies and TV shows. So.
But people want wokeness, don't they?
No, see, the people only want wokeness because it makes them feel like it's smart. They're smarter than they actually are, and they makes them feel like they're less racist than they actually are. So they go around shaming and slamming, straight white people and males and all these things because they're not very smart. They're not very smart, and those people who aren't very smart also don't buy movie tickets, because they don't have jobs or lives.
But straight white males are icky. They have penises and they get, and the stuff comes out of the penis.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to swallow that.
Ew.
Because guess what? Sometimes the men do the same thing for you too. Sometimes they go and yeah. That's the thing. All these people who hate everybody, they go around hating everybody. They never they're so anti. They're so Puritan. They're kind of anti-sex lately. They're anti-fun. They're anti.
Because sex is naughty.
Yes, that's the point. That's the point.
I don't want anybody putting their hoo-hoo dilly in my cha-cha.
Well, see, here's the thing. Maybe if they did, you might be less of an annoying dumb cunt. I don't know. Maybe you'd have a personality or something. But no, these people kind of go around just wanting to shame and preach. You shouldn't. You can't say that. You can't do that. Oh, you can't say that. I just did. But no, fuck you. I just said that. But my feelings. Fuck your feelings. But my gender pronouns. Fuck your gender.
But if I had sex with an icky man, then my lesbian fans might like me less.
Well, how many of the lesbian fans out there? How many of the people like Chelsea Steiner who are out there actively like working for like LGBTQ plus whatever charities are actually married to men, right? How many of those type of people? So really, this demographic of people, like I've made videos about articles from the Mary Sue where they're like, oh yes, we want Captain Marvel to have a lesbian relationship. Now I haven't seen Captain Marvel, but I still want it. See, and this proves the point that they don't even watch this crap.
But you don't watch it to be woke.
Well, see, the people who actually give you the money don't want it to be woke because they just want a good story. They don't care. If you got gay characters, who cares? Maybe be a little more representative of the 4% of the population. Maybe only have 4% gay people in movies. How about that? Can we only have 4%? 4% of the productions have gay people and actually be representative of the country.
Hello.
As an LGBT person myself. By the way, so I can say that. Which sucks. It sucks. You should be able to have that opinion as well.
Well, anyway, Mark C, thank you for $5 super chat. Come on, where's my sound? Where's my sound?
Ka-ching.
Here we go. Thank you very much, Ka-ching. The first Top Gun was basically a recruitment film. Back then, we loved our Reagan-era government and didn't know Cruise was a nut bar. That's true.
Yeah.
We also didn't know he was 5'4".
Well, a lot of those actors are a lot smaller and tinier than they seem because,
Yeah.
They got to squeeze into those costumes. So they hire these like 98-pound women and these 120-pound men who you wouldn't want to sleep with in real life anyway because they're tiny. You'd break them.
Uma Thurman doesn't look that good naked in real life. I've seen those pictures. So.
Yeah, and usually they're so skinny and emaciated, a lot of these actors, just to squeeze into a lot of this stuff. Like, they don't look good. Like, I want to look at a burlesque girl naked. I don't want to look at some 13-year-old boy, basically, because a lot of these actresses look like 13-year-old boys.
Well, we've had that conversation. A lot of casting directors. It's a well-known thing in the industry. A lot of casting directors are gay, and that's what they look for.
Forget it. He's gay.
So, yes, a lot of them. That's what they look for. That's what they look for in people.
I've got what they call gaydar.
Mm-hmm. So anyway. So what else we got? I don't want to talk about.
There's your first look at season 4 of Rick and Morty.
Morty. Where? Hold on. Morty. No, that's from season 2. Council Ricks, the Citadel Ricks. Dumbasses. Okay, here we. Oh, okay, sweet. Here we go.
Take the app down.
Okay,
Can I take it down? It's your.
we got to make it transform. We get copy.
That's how that works.
Then make it how it works.
This isn't
Okay,
how
pause it. We got to make it transformative.
Yeah, as long as you pause it every couple of seconds.
Okay, we're off to a good start. I like it so far.
Apps have something to do with servers.
the server's on the mothership.
Where's the mothership?
It's coming.
Take us to it.
No.
Yes, shake me more, Morty. That was working.
Take us to the mothership.
I just wish the show was as smart as people think it is, or just would just admit that
The
no, it's just dumb.
Okay. Okay. Pause it. Okay. Pause it right there. The show is smart. Okay, I'll give it. The show is smartly written, but it's not this big existential kind of, philosophical.
Yeah, I've seen a few episodes of it, and to me, it really felt like something where a lot of stupid people were telling me how smart the show was, and I'm like, oh, you actually think that, don't you? And I think that was my biggest problem with it. That and the whole Szechuan sauce, crazy people, the pickle Rick memes.
Oh, that was nuts.
Yeah, and I think that was like the thing that really, really was so off-putting about it to me. I don't know. I might have to watch it again. I have to try it again sometime.
Mecca, that's a nice cute top you're wearing there, Mecca. Morty, you got the hair of the boob window going on there.
I was gonna wear the boob window shirt today. Actually, it's not the boob window today.
She's Mecca. She's a cutie. You know that, don't you? Yeah. So anyway, Rick and Morty season 4. Okay, yeah, good stuff. I'll watch that later. I'll watch it.
You did get Mark C's super chat, right?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I thought. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Just making sure. So, all right, there you go. There's some Rick and Morty news.
All right, Rick and Morty. Wubba lubba dub dub. Ricky Ticky Tabby, bitch. Burger time. AIDS. Hit the sack check. Lick my balls. All right.
See, I think that's what I didn't like about it, because I would go into comedy night and kids would just do that instead of like telling jokes, and you know, then it evolved into like, you know, get on stage and sing your own, like sing a cover of something. But yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, is that it? Pretty much it, I think. Well, we got about 27 hours to go until the Marvel panel.
Yeah, but wasn't there's stuff dropping today too, right?
Yeah, there's still stuff dropping today.
Yeah, so we'll be back with the regular show, right, in a couple hours.
It's about 2:00 in the afternoon on the West Coast. So there's still stuff probably going to be dropping today. Like I said, we're about 27 hours away from the Marvel panel. Tom, we going to cover that live as the news drops?
Maybe.
You might be able to watch it and talk about it.
They're going to stream it live. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. I think Comic-Con they do.
At the very least, we'll be able to. Usually, they live tweet on the Marvel website, and you get the updates. That's what they did last time.
That's kind of what I've been doing, is just kind of keep refreshing Twitter here to see who updates what. Because like Jeremy's been tweeting a lot of stuff out. Of course, Robert Meyer Burnett's been tweeting stuff out too. So yeah, we'll definitely. Well, we'll be back later on this evening with our regular show, and then I'm sure we'll definitely have at least one or two more updates throughout the weekend. So. Oh yeah.
I mean, Comic-Con runs through Sunday, I believe. So they're going to be. Props from New Orville. Oh yeah, Gary's also going to be talking to Seth MacFarlane. That's a huge coup.
And then, we got Star Trek panels tomorrow. So.
Yes, and it's going to be hot as balls here tomorrow. So I'll probably be inside with my ears glued. I'm not going to be out doing yard work in 110-degree heat. So.
Hey, it's only 100 here.
Okay. Rub it in. All right.
It's also dry.
Do we want to wrap here then and then see in a few hours, or?
Yeah, we might as well. We've done a cool hour, so so we convened in a couple hours here.
We had some pretty good. We had some pretty good content in the time span.
Nothing else really popping up other than, I guess, fans told Matt Reeves, "You better not fuck up Batman."
Nothing else is popping up.
Not yet.
Well, that's because we didn't get to the 100 for a braless bounce.
Yeah, Mecca's not juggling.
All right. No, yeah, people are slacking. All right. Anyway, barring the 100 for braless bounce. You like what we do? Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Go over to the main channel, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon over there. Now, okay, people, this is a little bit extra step here. In your recommendations, when you see something from one of the big media companies alongside our videos, what you want to do is click those 3 dots and then click not interested. That way you train the YouTube algorithm to recommend you stuff from, say, ourselves, Geeks and Gamers, or Nerdrotic, or Captain April, or SC Reviews, or Comic Artist Pro Secrets, or whatever, okay? That's kind of important. Okay, so it's not so much that you go to our videos, you also have to sort of train the YouTube algorithm to recommend stuff from people like us.
Yeah, by thumbs upping and hitting the
thumbs up, engaging, leaving comments,
chatting. Like, just chat. Just say we do love seeing you guys in chat.
We do. We really do.
Like not only Darkwing Duck, but the Tailspin characters and Goofy and a few others are being added to DuckTales.
Cool.
There's the poster there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very cool. That's very cool. Nice. I like DuckTales. DuckTales is okay. Got nothing. There's Uncle Scrooge. Oh, check out our Uncle Scrooge McDuck video actually while you're at it too. That was one I enjoyed. Yeah, it was we did that a year and a half ago. That's one I actually really enjoyed recording.
I think only like 6,000 people have watched it.
Yeah, so go watch it again. Okay, if you really like what we do, head over to Patreon. You can get all kinds of bonuses, bloopers, outtakes, lost episodes, behind the edge making videos, my 10-minute stand-up set, and more. You can support the channel for little as $1 a month. You can head over to Subscribestar if you don't like Patreon, and we also have PayPal if you want to support the show directly. And Tom, tell them about the GoFundMe. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here.
Yeah, about a week and a half. There's a GoFundMe. I'll get the links in the description for you if you guys want to help us out. Probably help feed us at this point because
defray some of the costs.
Yeah, it's not going to be cheap, guys.
It's 11 days till the convention, guys.
Yeah, so it's not very much longer. But yeah, definitely if you can spare a little, and if not, don't worry about it. Just like and share and subscribe and hit that bell icon, and that's the best thing you can do.
Like and sharing and subscribing and just interacting with the channels, that is probably the best way you could do. And as I always say, if you don't have the means to support us financially, please like, subscribe, share, click the bell icons, interact, and share with your friends because we cannot do this without you. Mecca, tell them about your channel.
I am Mecha Random 42, and I will be covering more of the Comic-Con stuff, all the Star Trek stuff. I'll be in Vegas with these two idiots. Sadly,
idiots.
No, just kidding. I love you guys.
Watch party was going to be South Park the movie, isn't it? I think it's the 20th anniversary too.
Is it? Yeah. Do we want to do a South Park watch party this weekend?
I think didn't it come out in 99 or was it 98?
Yeah, it was 99. Yeah, it was 99. Mm-hmm.
Summer 99, I want to say. So
yeah, it has been June.
Uncle Fucker, you're a bona-body bastard, Uncle Fucker.
Uncle Fucker.
Yeah,
maybe this weekend if we can squeeze that in, we'll do a South Park watch party.
It's not going to be free for everybody, but I mean, I have the DVDs. So.
Well, at least for people heads up, and yeah, you can get some time to.
Yeah, you can make arrangements. I mean, so all right, everybody. Like I said, check out friends SC Reviews. Check out Comic Artist Pro Secrets. Check out Comics Matter with your boy Zach. Check out Clownfish TV. Check out Anna That Star Wars Girl. Check out who we else want to check out Captain Robert April. Check out JP over at
Nerdrotic.
Network. Yes. Nerdrotic. Check out the Burr Network. Check out Doomcock. Check out Mary Mayhem. Check out a lot of people.
Rob's Penis.
Yes, and you can check out my own channel, Robot Shlomo. Rob's Penis TM.
Electric Bastards Entertainment.
Except Electric Bastards Entertainment?
Yeah. They're one of my favorite. They're criminally undersubbed. Go check them out. Wizard of Ass. Same guy, 2 channels.
Yeah, Phil McKnight, actually, he's a music guy. He has a good channel. A lot of people, links a lot of people. Phil McKnight, actually, he was in Rockin' 1000.
I've been talking to a guy over at TGR Music. Yeah, check his channel out, too. He's pretty cool.
Oh, Professor Geek, the Fan Man. Who else? Dave Stewart. He's got a really good channel. Check out. There's a lot of people. If I'm forgetting anybody, don't feel bad. There's a lot of people we like to shout out.
Yellow Flash 2, Tug, that umbrella guy.
Yes, Yellow Flash and that umbrella guy. Yes, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join us. We will catch you next time.
I'm Krispy Kreme McDonald's. What the hell was that?
I like big Asian butts, and I cannot lie.
Hey, Meg, 18 yet? What's up?